I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Marvel Rivals gamers attacked as racist by mainstream gaming journalists coping over mean words. The gamer, of course. There we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
You know, it wouldn't be another day that ends in Y if we didn't have a claim of racism within the gaming community from mainstream supposed gaming journalists. We have an article here from the gamer that says Marvel Rival players are calling out racism and abuse in the community. You know what's
Actually, before we even go too far into the video, me and Zen play daily. We play ranked on a regular basis and on stream. How many of you actually heard or seen being racist?
We have yet to hear anyone drop the special gamer words.
The only trash talking that is happening is, oh, you're trash on this character. Oh, you're trash on this. Oh, your KDA is bad.
They're very, strict with their rules. You dropped a gamer word, you're gone.
Oh,
instantly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember there was some person who said some bad word. He got a notification next day that removed.
amazing to me. I find it hilarious that these people are choosing to play these competitive games that are going to have these kind of environments. And then instead of just choosing not to opt in playing, in that particular environment, they rather be the ones who try to change the environment, even though at the end of the day, nobody who actually partakes in these video games ever really cares about the toxicity of the environment itself. They're too busy playing the game. It's the one.
I swear to God, Marvel is nothing compared to, let's say, League of Legends lobbies.
Ones that aren't playing the game, that are utilizing the game for their own particular cause, they're the ones that care about this stuff, and they're the ones that complain about it. And now we're here because they happen to become journalists when they're adults.
Is it my brain or was that his intro playing with my brain?
That was his intro.
Okay, I thought my brain is malfunctioning. Okay.
So Marvel Rival players are supposedly calling out racism abuse in the community, and I can only imagine, before I deep dive into this article, I can only imagine this is probably based off of 1 or 2 posts, most likely on Reddit or Twitter or something along the lines, where they decided to spin an entire narrative around it just because they saw it 1 or 2 times on a random website. So let's get into this article from the gamer. But of course, before we do,
I have yet to see that. Oh.
If you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe.
And by the way, I'm not saying someone didn't try to do that, but it's usually some no skill, no brain person that would do that.
Yep.
I haven't seen that happen in higher ranks. I haven't seen that happen with people who actually care about this game or who regularly play this game. If it would happen, it would be some random person on a throwaway account who doesn't care about his account nor the game.
But I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So we got a summary here. Marvel Rival.
And by the way, before someone says, oh, you're just a shill, to shut the hell up and get a better KD ratio.
Rival's lack of moderation is being called out by players. Fans share their experiences with racism and other forms of bigotry in matches. In particular, players have had enough of all the racist usernames that they're finding in-game, as if racist usernames were something that haven't existed for decades. You know what I'm saying? I remember some insane usernames all the way back to the EverQuest days.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know why, the most I've seen were probably in Final Fantasy. At least that was my experience. I've seen less in CSGO.
How about WoW?
Oh, not a lot, actually. The WoW ones, some of them are pretty thirsty. I've seen some unhinged stuff in Final Fantasy, gotta be honest. I don't know why. I think it's when they added the whole, play for free.
I'm not even kidding. I wonder if these people play games. I really do. And I know, that's a thing that's so stupid to say. But at the end of the day, I genuinely wonder if they play games. Because if you're over here complaining about this stuff, you clearly are not focusing on playing the game. And what's hilarious is that these are the people that will tell you that you're too busy focusing on nonsense when you complain about race swaps, when you complain about all the lazy designs, when you complain about stuff that is genuine stuff to complain about. They'll be the first one to tell you, do you play games? Because you're too busy complaining to actually play games. Now that the shoe's on the other foot, and they're the ones complaining nonstop. I gotta beg the question.
I'm sorry. I think that's a skill issue because I'm gonna be honest. I find time to book for both. I'm a shit talk, a game, and an industry, and then I'm gonna go rank and rank up. Multitasking. I'm telling you. Take vitamins, exercise, whatever it takes.
And if you can't do it, then that's just a skill issue that you never develop.
Yeah.
Question: do you play games? If you've played even a little bit of Marvel Rivals since launch, you may have noticed just how poor the moderation is. It doesn't take long to find.
Or the moderation is you report one person, in a matter of hours, the person is Thanos snapped. No pun intended.
A player using a hateful, often bigoted username. What does that do to you, by the way? Like, what does that actually do to you? When you come across a player that has a bigoted username, what does that do for you in your play experience? Does that...
I think, again, not defending people, right? Half of the time, I don't even notice anything around me. You just gotta lock in. It's an FPS game, lock in. What are you doing going through everyone's name?
Does that stop you from playing the game? If it does, man, please don't ever get drafted for the military. Seriously, like what does that do to you? I don't understand how coming across someone with a specific username will suddenly stop you from being able to play and enjoy the game. If anything, if it really offends you that much, perhaps you should focus on destroying them in the game more than other players if they're on the enemy team. You know,
Yeah.
I can understand if they're on your
Yeah, that's what I see people do a lot. You see someone act up, the whole team pretty much starts like, okay, let's hunt this specific person down and teabag him.
your friendly team, whatever, then that's different. But if they're on the enemy team, then you should have at it. Sometimes even including uncensored slurs. Oh no, not uncensored slurs. Now as the game is in season 1.5, some players feel that the issue...
Actually, I think Marvel Rivals, like automatic moderation, what even shows in the chat, is pretty strong. Like, you cannot even say but.
issue is getting worse. Again, what does any of this do for your gameplay? What does this do to stop you from playing and enjoying the game? I really want to understand. Now, some users on the Marvel Rivals subreddit are sharing their experiences with racism and other forms of bigotry in Marvel Rivals. This goes beyond the usernames, as players report that they have been sent abuse and slurs in text chat without any consequences. Again, bro, what is...
To be fair, I also, number one, people who I usually heard complain about stuff is like someone say, oh, person is so abusive and toxic, he told me to... I don't know.
Oh my god, dude, it is text chat, right? Like, they're not sending you actual, like, real life virus that's gonna make you sick in real life. What is this going to do? Can you not handle somebody who is using anonymity to go crazy online? Can you not handle that? Can you not handle
The Twitter generation.
somebody spamming text chat with some nonsense? Do you really want to start having this level of oh, you know what, let me not even ask that question, because they do want to have this level of moderation.
No, but that's the thing. Marvel Rivals has an extreme level of moderation. The highest moderation I have seen in any game.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
They want to have it in video games, and they want to have it in real life. They want to make it to the point where you can't say or do a damn thing without their approval first. That's really what these people want. But then it says that as a result, they're calling on NetEase to finally take the issue seriously and improve moderation. Yeah. Oh, what?
No, what they're trying to do is portray NetEase in a bad light after the smear campaign with them letting go the San Francisco team didn't work out. It didn't work out. The game is still going extremely strong. They're having events. They're having skins. People are loving it.
What do you know? A Reddit post. What do you know? A Reddit post. I didn't even look at this freaking article beforehand, and I already knew they were going to build their entire narrative around one or two Reddit posts. The game is full of racist username and chat messages. Reddit user Merkwen just shared.
Again, people who actually want to play games, they're not going to sit on messaging boards. They're going to be playing the game. They're not going to spend their free time sitting on a forum.
Shared some of the racism they experienced in a match of Marvel Rivals. Alongside the picture, they added, "This is literally my experience every other game. They are far from alone in experiencing this, while many others in the replies sharing the hatred and bigotry they have encountered in-game. The amount of names I've seen that are Nazi and World War II references is genuinely disgusting."
Zero.
Again, what does
zero.
that do to you?
Seen
That's what
none.
oh my god, I feel like I'm talking to a wall. What does that do to you? Because at the end of the day, we're going to have to sit here and admit that words on screen are ruining your life. And when we have to sit here and admit that, then we have to...
That is so pathetic. When your life is dictated by words, letters, 010101 on screen, life revolves around what some stranger across the globe is doing. Like, let that sink in. What a 10-year-old, all the way probably in, like, I don't know, Estonia, is sitting and doing. And you are a 30-plus-year-old sitting and having your whole month, your whole year ruined.
Also sit here and admit that you are an incredibly weak creature, right? You must be so damn weak that you're letting text chat in a video game ruin your experience and ruin your life to the point where you cannot be playing this game without going online and trying to censor people because they offended you. They offended you when they weren't even trying to necessarily offend you particularly. You decided to look at that name and say, oh my God, that's bigoted and I'm offended. That's your prerogative. Anyway, it says that literally had someone on my team 2 days ago that used the name of one of the main organizers of the Holocaust, and when you ask the lobby to please report them, the dude just replies why you're ruining his fun, as if it's a completely normal thing to do and fun somehow. This also extends to general abuse in chat. I had someone in the Celestial 211 lobby saying slurs because of the flanking Jeff. Says Bob the Builder 226. Yeah, because we're supposed to really believe Bob the Builder. Unfortunately, this has been an issue since launch. For some time, fans have highlighted some of the worst usernames they've encountered in game, with seemingly little to no effort going into stopping these names from being used. My guy, they did exactly what I said they were going to do. They took 2 comments from Reddit, okay, 2 usernames from Reddit,
and made a whole article. Ladies and gentlemen, gaming journalism in the West.
And they built the entire narrative about Marvel Rivals players being sick of racism from 2 comments on Reddit. That is what the gamer is doing right now. We will have to wait and see if NetEase rolls out any measures to stop these. You know what? I hope they don't. I genuinely hope they don't. Because even though I don't agree with what they... Nope.
They won't. They already have a very strong system. They don't need to.
Yo, they don't even read the English comments on Reddit. I don't think they care about Reddit.
And they shouldn't. No one should care about Reddit, Twitter, any of that.
The username say, I agree with the person being able to say it. And the fact that you're over here trying to censor them because you got offended at it and you got your panties in a twist, and now you're looking at Reddit for any sort of validation so you could write this bullshit article about how Marvel Rivals players are ultimate racists and gamers are racist and we need to censor. Yeah, I'm not really for that shit. However, it also clearly needs to do something about the way some players are talking in text chat, since this could understandably put people off engaging with the community or even playing altogether. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is if they have some sort of profanity filter. That's the only way I could really see them utilizing any of this stuff, and I'm sure they do have a profanity.
Does Hypnotic play Marvel? Because I think if he actually played, he would have known how strict Marvel actually is with its censorship. Like, I don't know if he plays it, but Marvel is extremely strict.
Filter, and these kind of people, it's not enough, right? Profanity filters are not enough for these kind of people. They want outright censorship. They want to be able to control what you say, what you think, and what you do, and they want it based off their ideal.
This is one thing that Marvel does need to work, making you be stuck in loser queue. But at the same time, I genuinely haven't seen it, and I've been playing Marvel Rivals every day. Like, I think we're having like 2 different multiverses happening, because I'm not seeing. Like, it's quite genuinely hasn't happened in my games. And I stream playing the game, and I'm usually the one talking the most doo-doo.